her dreams, but can't get it right due to the nurses taking her other failed sculpt in the front garden, where you'll have to fight the Ripsaw mini-boss. And the final one is the last room on the 3rd floor behind a screen.
From 9 discarded coins, and 7 yellow leaves excised from 1 forgotten tome.
Listen to the words of the nursery rhyme to obtain the 4-digit code for the safe. If you'd rather not know the code, you can look away now. Alright, the code has been hidden. You can look back now. With the code in hand, open the safe and claim the double barrel. Due to
hang on.
Due to the nurses taking her other failed sculptures. Locate the three sculptures around the asylum.
Why?
One is in the room on the same floor as the nurse's office. One in the front garden where you'll have to fight the Ripsaw mini-boss. And the final one is in the last room on the third floor behind a screen near the window.
What city?
Give these sculptures to the prisoner and she'll start singing a nursery rhyme.
Shine the power to you.
25 miles shouldn't be that bad. How many minutes is 25 miles?
Listen to the words of the nursery rhyme to obtain the full.
How many minutes is 25 miles?
25 miles is like 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, you ready?
Digit code for the
You ready?
safe.
Give me a sec.
If you'd rather not know the code,
Alright.
you can look away now.
I just walked in the house, so.
Okay, sweetie, that's all I wanted to know.
Okay.
Alright.
Love you.
Alright, bye.
Alright, the code has been hidden. You can look back now. With the code in hand, open the safe and claim the double barrel. Turns it into an RPG. It's great for dealing with large groups at a distance. However, be cautious as you and your teammates can take damage from this weapon. I have accidentally blown myself up a few times by swapping to it by mistake and using a grenade at point blank range. You can find the Meridian in either campaign of Losman. As long as the campaign has a sewer area, which is either the Great Sewer, Tiller's Rest, or Harvester's Reach. While you explore in these areas, look for a bookcase with a hidden passage. Traverse the passage and follow the path to find a creature stuck in a pipe. Defeat this enemy and water will start pouring in. This is where I think many people would walk off and not realise that there's a secret. But to find the secret, you have to
Go ahead.
wait 90 minutes. Now this can either be in-world or not in the world. I literally had to go to bed straight after I killed this enemy and came back the next day and it was done. So go do some quests or go to sleep or do whatever you need to for 90 minutes. Once the 90 minutes is up, you will see that 2 crates have floated to the top of the water, and these are able to be crossed to a pipe where you will find the Meridian. Now on to the last pistol, the Rune Pistol. This weapon requires a bit of out-of-the-box thinking to obtain. Start by ensuring you're in the Nightweaver campaign again. While exploring, you'll come across the Great Hall. Make your way through this area until you reach a kitchen where you can hear people screaming behind 2 locked doors. Ignore these doors for now and head to the back wall where you'll find the Ravenous Medallion. Your first just go do some quests or go to sleep or do whatever you need to for 90 minutes. Once the 90 minutes is up, you will see that 2 crates have floated to the top of the water, and these are able to be crossed to a pipe where you will find the Meridian. Now on to the last pistol, the Rune Pistol. This weapon requires a bit of out-of-the-box thinking to obtain. Start by ensuring you're on the Nightweaver campaign again. While exploring, you'll come across the Great Hall. Make your way through this area until you reach a kitchen with... I'm stuck in this moment. This area until you reach the kitchen where you can see the screen behind two locked doors. Ignore these doors for now and head to the back hall where you'll find the ravenous medallion. Your first instinct might be to use the medallion at the locked door at the beginning of the level to trigger the feast effect. But hold off on that. Keep the medallion until you're in the tormented asylum. Place the medallion in the Nightweaver's web, which is located in the cell next to where the prisoner was. This will reward you with the decrepit rune. Take the decrepit rune to Nimue in her retreat and she'll craft the rune pistol for you. The rune pistol isn't anything extraordinary except for its Soul Brand mod. The Soul Brand mod applies Soul Brand to all enemies within 25 meters lasting for 25 seconds. Enemies killed while bearing the Soul Brand leave behind an echo which lasts for 10 seconds. Echoes are attracted to any survivor who walks within 3 meters, granted 20% of max health on contact. This makes the rune pistol a useful weapon for medics and group play. Okay, moving on to the long guns. Attaining and using any of these weapons early in the game can provide players with a significant advantage for their playthrough.
Okay.
Royal Hunter and Bow, let's get that out of the way because it is what we previously covered in a separate video that explains how to solve the puzzle and how to acquire the Royal Hunting Bow. Rather than repeating myself, I'll leave a card to the video here where you can click on it if you're interested in obtaining this weapon.
We're not gonna do the U-Haul today, we'll have to do it tomorrow. We'll just have to grab boxes in the car because it took too long. So go ahead.
Which we'll explain how to acquire later on in this
I told
video.
you Dad
Once
stuff
you have
in
the dream catcher,
Kiki,
it's time to
we'll do the U-Haul tomorrow.
Head to Nimue's retreat and approach her area. But before you round the corner to her, crouch and walk around. There's a chance that you'll catch Nimue sleeping. If she's not sleeping, leave and return until you find her sleeping. Approach her cautiously while crouch and perform a regular attack with the dream catcher. Your reward will be the consumable called Nimue's Dream. Use this item to be transported to Retreat's horizon. Explore this area until you spot a glowing item in the distance. Approach it and take it. Bring this item to McCabe and she'll craft the Crescent Moon bow for you. This bow does a little bit more damage than the Royal Hunting bow, but the mod for this bow is the Moonlight Barrage, which empowers the bow for 15 seconds. Arrows applied to enemies within this time will cause them to be moonlit for 3 seconds. Enemies struck by the crescent moon while moonlit will release a moon essence, which returns 1 arrow, heals for 5% of max health, and provides a 15% increase in fire and reload speed for 5
Where's the
seconds.
key? I'm not
Basic
even
shots
gonna
are
argue.
automatically
Where's the key?
turned into charged shots, and manually charged shots will fire 2
I'm gonna go with you,
No,
babe.
it's cool.
The Deceit is one of the simplest weapons to acquire because you will get it just completing the One True King storyline and making the right choice at the end. Progress through this storyline until you reach the boss fight, where you have to choose to either fight Balin, which is the Holy Light version, or Faerin, which is the Dark version. To obtain the Deceit, choose to fight Balin, the Light version, and emerge victorious. You'll receive the Imposter's Heart for defeating him, which can be given to McCabe to craft the Deceit. This weapons mod also provides protection against swarming minions. The Ouroboros mod conjures 3 sword fragments that
Alright, so basically after
circle
we
you for
roll
30
this
seconds.
plenty of times.
Performing a melee attack releases a fragment which taints the blood of targets and causes all attacks from the Deceit to register as weak spots hits for a short period. Charge melee attacks fire all remaining fragments at once. The last long gun one we need to get is the Nightfall. Now this is for completing the Nightfall boss fight without destroying her heart, which is her weak spot. This will reward you with the Cursed Dream Silks. Bring this material to McCabe and she'll craft the Nightfall for you. This weapon excels in short to medium range encounters, and its mod is where it truly shines. The Dreadwalker mod allows the players to enter the Nightmare realm. During this mode, the Nightfall gains infinite ammo, a 25% fire rate increase, 10% lifesteal, and becomes fully automatic. The wielder becomes significantly harder to hit while moving. This mod disables other weapons and skills for the duration or until Dreadwalker is deactivated. The effect lasts for a total of 10 seconds. Let's move on to the melee weapons for players who want to pack a serious punch. Bone Chopper is the first one we cover. As mentioned earlier, there are 2 locked doors in the Great Hall that you can hear screaming sounds behind. This time, with the Ravenous Medallion, place it in the door at the beginning of the area to trigger the feast event. After completing the event, you'll find 2
RAMNANT 2 skills. RAMNANT 2, where to find Untouchable. RAMNANT 2, where to find Untouchable trait.
They've been waiting patiently for Pinocchio to focus those back into the game, and they know rap will never be the same as before. Passing in the brains of these hoes and establishing a name as equals. The passion and the flame is ignited. You can't put it out once we light it. This shit is exactly what the fucking I'm talking about when we riot. You dealing with abuse, you feelings. You staying inside of the booth, you spilling this bitch, you feelings. Until you feelings complain about my mouth's never running. They back on some drum for the way that you gotta be not to taste. Now stop the taste, now they can bounce with the bass so loud that it shakes the place. I'm here on the case, just in case you're thinking of saving face. You ain't gonna have no face to save by the time I'm through this place. No trace.
Well, you can't. Anyways. Well, I'm be done for now. I'll be back on later. Like and subscribe, like watching my videos. I appreciate it. Peace out.